Yeah, I don't think a casual player would just boot this up. Yeah, you definitely have to know a lot of tricks. You could maybe get to the same, like, times that I have in some categories. Will you fuck off and die? Jesus, criminy. You could maybe get the same times, but I don't think you can, you're gonna have a very bad foundation, I think. And you're not gonna be... I'm not even the most consistent, but you're gonna be really, really, really inconsistent if you try to get to this level in a year. I think that's... it's almost unrealistic to say 1 year. But if someone, like, dedicated their whole year to it, then yeah, it's definitely a possibility to get, like, close to the same times. I just don't think they could get close to the consistency or, like, foundation. Have any top runner? You'd probably go a bit mental. Like, I think if you put 8 to 10 hours a day of, like, really good practice with really good discipline for a full year, you could get the same, like, times. I just don't think... Yeah, I think you'd have a rocky foundation. Maybe. It really depends. There's some things that are really difficult within, like, a skill set that are hard to achieve, like, quicker than you should. You know what I mean? No, you'd be surprised. Talent doesn't exist unless you're talking about someone that is, like, a savant. Unless you're talking about natural talent, a lot of people think... It's like if you look at a basketball player. Oh, that person has natural talent. You mean they are, like, taller and athletic? Yeah, they have to push themselves to be that athletic, but their height is just genetic. That doesn't mean they're... You know what I mean? That doesn't mean they're necessarily talented. It's just they were given proper tools, and then they use those tools and put hundreds of thousands of hours of work in. And then people call that talent. No. That's hard work and determination that people don't see. And they go, oh, they just must be talented. I think, yeah, that is to a degree. But I don't know if I'd call that talent. I didn't read your whole message, Cat Girl Kara. Oh, partly natural talent? That's not the way I see talent, but I mean, I know what you mean. And yes, that does play a pretty large factor. But the thing is, you're going to be passionate about what you're doing or trying to become good at. You know? Well, that's more of just finding where you belong, like what you're happy with. I don't think... Some people are maybe more naturally driven, but, like, you're not going to find a naturally driven person that just wants to learn everything in life. Like, oh, I'm super passionate about the guitar. Okay, well, you're just a passionate person then. Why don't you learn how to do computer programming? Oh, I'm not passionate about that. You know, it's not like every passionate person is literally passionate about every topic. Yes, passion and being dedicated to something is called autism. Yes. If anyone is better than you at something and has put hours, that just means they're autistic. And if you're just, you know, not good at that thing, well, you're just a normie, right? And you just don't have the drive that person was gifted with. Yes. No, I just think that means you know, just don't have the motivation or determination. I'm literally referring to a comment, guys, all right? Like, some people will be able to, yeah, like, achieve something quicker. It might not just be your thing, right? There's things that I'm not good at, but, like, I'm more musically inclined. I'm pretty obsessive about speedrunning, and that's how I got into streaming in the first place. But there's certain things that I just will fall asleep to. So maybe, like, music is just not very stimulating for you, you know? So you just have a harder time latching onto it. To a degree you can, yes. Especially motivation. I'm not like trying to tell you, like, the whole, oh, you're depressed? Just smile and be happy and don't be depressed. I'm not doing that with motivation. I want to be clear. Motivation is a little bit different. Motivation is kind of, we talked about this the other day. You kind of get the wheels turning. It's like when you go to the gym for the first month, you're kind of like out of it, but you get into the habit of going. And then after that first month, you're like, I can't imagine not going. You become motivated because of consistency. No one wants to go to the gym and become, you know, in shape for the first few weeks or month. But after that, everyone's like, I love this, and I can't see myself not going to the gym. Now, I'm not saying that's always, like, perfect, or that's always the situation that you're dealing with, but to a degree, motivation is kind of like that. You have to kind of take that big step into it, which can be very difficult at first. And it is. It's really hard. But once you get going and you become more disciplined, then you become more motivated because you're seeing results. You become, like, your brain is happier as a result of it. No, I mean, I get that. I get that, Cat Girl Kara, and I find myself in the same boat. I'm setting timers for basic shit now because I've never really learned to deal with certain aspects of my day, and, like, I get that. But I can still, for me anyways, I feel that way about motivation or, like, discipline. To a degree, it is kind of something learned, and your brain does kind of adjust. So I think motivation might be, and like discipline might be, yeah, definitely genetic, and that can play a role on fucking my ass. That can play a role on like your success with something. I'm trying to like preach to the chat right now. Well, there you go. You just admitted that talent exists. No, you're... Okay, Ender, don't take what I'm saying to, like, twist it into trying to be right. I don't care who's right or wrong. I'm telling you that motivation... A lot of people, including myself, don't think they're motivated. And then you start to do something. Like, it's hard. It's hard to take that first step into doing something. And then you start to feel rewarded. And your brain is happy, and you go, oh, I want to keep doing this thing. And I use the gym as an example, because that's very relatable for a lot of people. First month of the gym sucks ass. You hate your life. Trust me. I've been there numerous times. Second month of the gym and third month and beyond, you're like, I cannot imagine not going. I feel great when I go. I want to go. I feel rewarded when I go. You become motivated. You weren't motivated when you started, but you are now motivated a month or two in. Then you stop going to the gym for an hour. You stop going to the gym for like 2-3 days, and it's game over. It's just over. Just start eating them donuts now. Shit's so hard to get back into if you take like 3-4 days off, because you've stopped the wheel of motivation, right? Yeah, it's so hard to get back into the gym. I have like relapsed so many times because of that. I don't know, I just get upset when people say they're not talented. Because everyone is talented at something, and you could also be at the same level of skill as the person you admire is at. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, I'm not saying like... I'm not telling you guys that everyone's social conditions are the same. And like, this applies to everyone specifically. I'm just saying. There you go, Chad. That's something. Yeah, that's good, Dad. So you don't agree with psychiatry? Wonderful, neither do I. What? Wait, who said what? Wait, what? Hold up. I never said that. I'm not disagreeing with psychiatrists. What I'm saying about the gym is the most relatable thing right now in the chat. Because a lot of us have been there with the gym motivation. And I thought that was a pretty dang good example, you know? I don't think a psychiatrist tells you that that doesn't exist, and what I'm saying is wrong. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. When you go to the gym, like, you don't actually build up motivation. But, yeah, no, you're just an idiot. Oh, thanks, Doc. Yeah. No, I always do that too. Whenever I go to the gym, I always tell myself, all right, we're not going to overdo it. I'm just getting back into it, and then I overdo it, and then I feel like shit. And I'm like, oh God, I can't move. Yeah, kind of. I mean, I feel the same way sometimes with cleaning and keeping things tidy. Like, I guess the best way I could talk about that, Cat Girl Kara, is you get a new pair of shoes. This is for the normies. You get a new pair of shoes, and you tell yourself you're going to baby this pair of shoes. No scuffs, no dirt. You're going to clean them when you get back. 2 weeks later, you say, fuck it, too much work, and they're just scuffed as hell. That's kind of what Cat Girl Kara, I feel like, is explaining. Or that's, like, the best way I can explain it to someone that has an issue with, like, keeping up on tasks. Kind of like myself, and keeping things tidy or organized is very difficult. Okay, well, you know what I mean. Maybe you don't, like, clean your shoes, but you kind of baby your new pair of shoes, and you're like, oh man, I really don't want these shoes to get super scuffed. And it's like, oh man, I really don't want my office to get super disorganized. And then eventually you just kind of forget about it, or it happens, and you just say, okay, well, whatever, I guess. This is my life.